let's talk about Molly McCann. What a performance it was. She looked more composed than I've ever seen her before. Even after the victory, she had a little run where she darted over the fence and tried to get past as many security guards as possible. I did love that. And then, but when she got back into the octagon and they were announcing her as the winner, she was very kind of calm and matter of fact. And it for me, it's a different version of Molly. Like, she seemed to be like, it was almost like she was in command of the space. Like, she wasn't surprised that she was there with her arm being raised, which was a lot. I mean, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I'd like to know what was on her mind in that moment, because I would imagine it was quite profound. And the performance was great as well. We all expected Hannah Goldie to try and get a hold of Molly, of course, but Molly's takedown defense was great. She was doing this really nice thing where, as Goldie was in on a single leg, she was trying to run her leg up, and Molly was just jumping, doing these long hops where she was drifting away. And something similar to Molly's fight and Paddy's fight is that there was a strike in both where there was a clear change in the direction of the fight. Molly's was far more one-sided throughout the fight, in my opinion, than Paddy's was. That was kind of back and forth at moments, and Paddy was defending takedowns and trying to get off the fence and stuff. But there was a point where she defended a takedown and she hit Hannah Goldie with this short-range elbow, and Goldie kind of stepped back a little second. And again, in that moment, that's where Molly would normally have gone charging forward and gone a bit wild, and she didn't. She walked her down. Goldie obviously tried to go for her ankle, and Molly denied her, called her back to her feet, and then as soon as she was back up, she jumped on her straight away. And that finishing flurry where she steps across to set the spinning elbow up again, beautiful. She seems a lot more calm, a lot more mature, and a lot more confident in herself, and not surprised about the fact that she's in the UFC competing on the main card in the O2 Arena. It was a really good performance. I was very impressed with it, and I think she gets better each time out. I'm interested to see what they do with her next and how they match her next, because they're going to start to really step her opponents up soon, especially because she's got such a fan base. They're going to want to start progressing her towards the bigger fights in the division. Yeah, I mean, there's a few fights ahead of her. There's some tough ones there. Give me some shouts, give me some mentions in the comments who you'd like to see Molly fight next. I'm interested to see who you'd match her up with.